Hello. What's going on? Um, so pardon me, let me just put this up. I was like watching another video as I waited for my shirt to dry because I was going savage on a bottle of water as of ice water. Ice water. Um, so hey, what's going on? And all that jazz and la la la. I wanted to say hey. I really hope that people were sleeping well. I was praying for you guys. Just wanted to hope that you had sweet dreams and all that jazz. And I noticed that when I woke up this morning to look at my like daily readings, I saw some people were already up and about like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 39 minutes ago. Mind you, I was up at like 6 or 5 or something like that. And I was just like, dang, like, the collective or like my the passives, they weren't able to sleep either. They're always working. I'm telling you, like when it comes to working for good intentions or the light or something like that. I don't know. It's something in the energy. People are just awake and busy and just can't sleep. But whatever. I was I'm rambling right now because I'm a little bit anxious and I have to leave shortly. But I just wanted to come up on here and say, hey, what's going on? Thank you for even though you're not really like tuning in and I can't connect with you, even though you guys say that I'm not alone, even though I'm just not speaking to anybody. I just wanted to say hi and that I know that you guys weren't sleeping very well, but I'm always hoping that you sleep well and that you're always taking care of yourself and that that you have a good day today. So it's already kind of a late-ish mid morning kind of situation. So I hope that you're having a good morning and I hope the rest of your morning is going good. Flowers and passes. La la la. I also wanted to come up on here and to just share with you about somebody that I had seen. Well, not somebody that was referred to through one of the readings that I had this morning. It was I wrote down her name because I didn't want to forget. The Sacred Alchemist. And it was referred by the Star Seed Direct. And I was just like, oh my goodness, because I really like all right, so it is very rare for people to just be so very like intuitive and to listen. Because earlier I did say that hardly people hear me, but few listen. And I'm not saying everybody doesn't listen. I'm just saying that there's that a lot of people don't. Okay, see me. Maybe not even a lot of people because I don't. It's not like I took like a poll, but I wasn't getting a lot of messages where people were actually listening to me because it seemed to be something. It just seemed like they were not. So it was rare, and I was happy when I saw somebody that was actually listening to what it is that I'm saying and gave me the benefit of the doubt, extending the same type of courtesy that I extend to other people when it comes to what it is that they're feeling or what it is that they're actually saying. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt until they actually prove themselves otherwise. So in this opportunity, the Sacred Alchemist, she was talking about like, just kind of like moving out, moving on. And she referred the situation to one of my yellow book Bible Jehovah's Witness Bible stories about like the Lot. I mean, it's in the Bible. Be about Lot and his wife who escaped, their home village with their children. And he was just like, don't look back, because that's what he was instructed to do. Him and his family were instructed like not to look back, like look it up. So I'm not saying like look it up and about like if you want to know information, look it up. But basically, she wasn't supposed to be looking back. No one's supposed to look back, or else they'll turn into a pillar of salt. And that's exactly what happened. Like she looked back, and I was just like, come on, ah, this is where where movies get their like kind of the plot line. Like, look, I know she's gonna look back, and she looks back, and she turns into a salt piece of like a pillar of salt. And I thought it was very symbolic about what it is to my past. And I was just like, look, I don't. This is why I said I'm not looking for revenge. If anyone was ever just wondering why, like I'm not looking for revenge because it's similar to like looking in the past. I don't look into the past for revenge. I want to look in the past for justice, but I don't want to look into the past for revenge. It's just that's gonna give me my feels, and that's gonna make me bitter and salty. And that's exactly symbolic of like what happened to Lot's wife. Like she turned into a pillar of salt, looking in the back, looking behind her, looking in the past. I'm just like, no, what's behind me is behind me, noted. But at the same time, no, what's behind me is behind me. at the same time, I don't want people trying to like creep in with like, like, oh hey, no, bitch, like you know exactly what you did, like just fess up. Don't be trying to like greet me with like sugar and you're salty and you like, people have foul intentions. And I wanted to share that with you because every single night, I don't know like who is overhearing or whatnot like that, but I just like, good night passives. Good night passives, good night flowers, like, I hope that you sleep well and all that jazz. And I just want to say that more often because I mean, in this circumstance where I have people, watching me without my permission, it's just like I'm grateful for the people who were actually giving me good advice and not being two faced, not like smiling in my face, but then talking about me or giving me good information, but then also giving like the other person good information to the point where they were talking about me. So they were being like an antagonist. They were being an antagonist. And these people were like playing both sides. So yeah, I found that part out. Well, I can discuss that part later. But it's really nice knowing that there's people that actually listen to me. So I'm just like, that's like 1 inch closer to, getting a community and finding people that are actually going to, people who I want to like respect and people that will actually respect me. Like it's a two-way street. So I really appreciate that. I just wanted to come up on here, passives, and say that, you guys are appreciated right back because I do appreciate the fairy godmother kind of like vibes that I get from you guys sometimes. Cause like I know that, you know, um, look, we don't know everything, but at the same time, no, we don't know everything. We shouldn't come off like, we know everything, like we can always be taught. And but still, I just like the people who actually just listen to me and give me the benefit of the doubt and just like, come on, like, give me the benefit of a doubt when it comes to like, okay, look, I don't care about certain people anymore. And unfortunately, there's people who are like, oh no, you still care about this person. No. Well, there can be something about like caring about somebody, but then saying that, but not having them back, but not welcoming them back into my life. And people were kind of being like the opposite or worse by saying, give them a chance. And I'm just like, this person literally just totally fucked up, risked my life, put my life in a dire situation. And you want me to give them a chance. And I highly doubt that they have good intentions. So yeah, so that's what I meant by like, giving me the benefit of a doubt to say no and mean it. Like there's so many times when I've given somebody like a yes. But like at a certain point in time, like, you have to put your foot down. I put my foot down with a freaking blood. I put my foot down with people who I grew up with for like eons. I can put my foot down with some asshole. Like I've done that. So regardless of what you hear, like, I've done that. Uh yeah. But I really like the way how her energy was because she was just like, she resonated, she listened. And I was just like, no, I appreciate that. Her and Starseed Direct. And there are a few others, but I think that, I'm going to start like kind of mentioning certain type of tarot readers, if that's okay. Just about like, okay, well, this person was like really resonating. Hey, if you might like this content, then go ahead and follow this person. Again, I'm not a person that's right now in this in this matter of my life, I'm not in a comfortable moment to be like, hey, look, follow and subscribe to me. I would like to interact with people, but I'm just not in a comfortable place to try to develop a solid relationship online. I'd rather just do one in person because it was just a bunch of mind fucks online. So, and it's made me very uncomfortable. So that's why I'm just like putting out content whenever I put out content. And a lot of times it's just like TBA and it's like here and a third. So I'm slowly getting my bearings, but I want to try to initiate like impersonal connections before doing like the internet ones because I don't want to fall in back into the hole in the loop that I've just recently come out of. In respect to that, yeah, I think the last video I had mentioned about the X, the people that were defining as like, the divine masculine, and about, people who are related to him and how it gives like that false type of idea that somebody from the government is actually, helping out, who may or may not be. I respect, I respect all branches of the government. I just know that they're bad apples, and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, hopeful for the human races, which is why I have not immediately crawled into a hole. Um, but I mean, there's bad people in different type of groups, and we all have bad sides. So it's just like, yeah. But anyway, I think I don't even know who is singing. I'm just playing. No, I mean, I don't know who to sing, but I can't turn up a good beat. So I'm just I wanted to put it out there that while I'm talking about, one of the exes who has a parental figure who's, within the government, doesn't mean that the entire government is bad. And I'm still hopeful if there is actually somebody out there that's willing to help me. In addition to that, I wanted to talk about, the ringleader, the Pisces Scorpio, the Pisces with the Scorpio placement. Uh, I feel like the reason why I kept saying about freedom and stuff like that is making connection, because earlier today I was remembering the fact that both of his parents are correctional officers. Actually, I think they were, I don't even know, but I think that they were retiring or something like that. So it all brings some kind of more sense. Like as I'm formulating and piecing things together, just kind of like, oh, okay. This is basically why this whole situation felt like a freaking prison. And he would honestly be a damn terrible one, because he would just be one of those corrupt ones. And I was reading today also about like correctional officers, abuse of power. Not all correctional officers, because, blessed be my godfather, was a correctional officer, an amazing one, and really sweet. I haven't been in contact with him. I lost connection with him after my grandmother had passed away. I reached out to him, but unfortunately, things are unraveling right now, which could have been. Hmm. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, maybe in situations. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to go off on something else, just knowing certain things. But yeah. So yeah, his both of the ringleaders' parents are correctional officers, which gives the further illusion of this whole imprisonment kind of situation that I'm going through, because I don't have freedom of will or anything like that. Excuse me. I can go out, but it's always monitored. I can, with the phone activities and stuff like that, like it's always just been monitored and controlled, and this, that, here, and the third. um I'm not just a prisoner, I'm an isolated prisoner. And I don't want to say make it seem like I'm making myself out to be a victim. I'm just calling it how it is. I'm calling a spade a fucking spade. I'm not making myself a victim. Well, I'm not. I don't want you, in the sense of, I'm not receiving people contacting me like, oh, la la la. So therefore I'm not throwing myself into a victim role. I'm kind of identifying exactly what the fuck is going on. And it makes it a very creepy and weird situation, but it also brings me clarity. And I feel a lot stronger. I've been feeling a lot stronger lately, because I like actually getting an understanding. Like I like understanding things. The confusion is a very manipulative and a bad energy that I don't like participating in. Like it's like, if all right, ladies, if you ever been cheated on or something like that, like you'd want to know whether or not you've been cheated on, so that way you can move forward. You don't want to be kept fed lies. Or if you know that you're going to get the promotion or not, because like, okay, you're not good enough of an employer, or because like, you haven't done this type here in work, and because, um, the employee, you have not done this certain type of amount of work as an employee. And also because the employer normally typically wants to like abuse, not all employers, but a specific employer wants to like abuse their power and try to like overwork you. And it just, unfortunately, like it wasn't good enough. So they're just kind of putting more stuff on you. But at least so that you know exactly where you stand as an employee. It's just, that kind of clarity. That's how I feel in my position. Like yeah, it sucks, but like, at least I have some clarity and it makes me stronger. Exactly like, okay, well, this is the situation. This is why I feel excuse me, my throat. This is why I feel a little bit more I mean, I don't feel secure in my circumstance, but I feel secure in exactly like, okay, well, I have an idea of like what the fuck is going on. So in respect to that, it makes some sense. I mean, you're having parents who are correctional officers, and I'm not saying about like what they are as far as correctional officers, but with that type of influence, it gives that kind of it gives that kind of clarity and that kind of strength where somebody's just like, oh, okay, well, like let me just try to be one of those kind of people in abuse of power situation for some typically, and it really hurt this girl. It really hurt this and hurt this woman. So mm, wow. Another thing I was thinking about was the people who were the astral readers. Some few were antagonists, and I say few because some of them are actually helpful. I mean, again, they're taking source from the ringleader, the ex who orchestrated the like this shit, and the other inflated ex who decided to just further manipulate. The boo gaga. Funny enough, um, well, I think I already explained it in the other video. So if not, I'll be putting that down onto the site so that way I can have things like worded out, because it's instead of basically having things just like all over the place, I put things on the site in order for things to just be more laid out. Plus I might add in a couple of pictures just to kind of a few jokes or whatever, in relation, not in jokes to spite them, but just like jokes just because I don't know, sometimes I've been self-deprecating, but not as much as I used to be. Like, yeah, I'm like, okay, no, 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 because um some people have taken a mile from an inch with that and think that shit's funny. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, we're gonna be minimizing that too. Like, don't confuse my confidence or just I'm able to laugh at myself, but I think that was also like a gateway for people to think that it was funny to just do the shit that they were doing. And I'm just like, yeah, no, no, there's an extent. Like, I'm not to be the butt of your jokes, the black sheep and this, that, here, and the third. Like, you do not have, like, it's so easy for you not to look in the mirror. Not you, flowers and passive, but it's so easy for them not to look in the mirror, but be able to point the fingers and try to like make fun of somebody else. Like, you feel me? Like, that's such weak energy. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to just kind of putting things out there in words. So in case people can't like read my lips. I want to have it. I want to have material out there for people who are, who just rather just read it and be able to bookmark it, save it, print it out, have it for later. Yeah. Okay. What else? What else? Pardon me. Yesterday, I went to go get myself some candy. I was Well, no, I went to like this really cute little small town because I wanted to manifest just to kind of like manifest like my future and manifest the kind of relationship I wanted to have. So I got like some smoked meats, and because I want my man to be like this like rugged guy who kind of likes certain things, and I was just like, okay, well, let's get some smoked meats, and so we got like we by like me, myself, and I got some smoked chicken. Hey, baby girl. Okay. I got some smoked chicken. Leela says hi. Hi. Got some smoked chicken and and what else did I get? Because it was pretty yum yum. Oh, I got some sausage. Oh, got some grits. I'm telling you, a guy that I want to have is just like so cute. Like Jason Momoa. I also like I think his name is Dev Patel. Like, he's cute. The one that played in Slumdog Millionaire and The Last Airbender, which was like super cute. Oh my goodness. So he has like this it's funny how they try to make him seem like, unattractive by putting a scar on his face. And I was just like, that. I'd hit that. I can still work with that. It's not a problem. I like that stuff. Like, I mean, I don't like. It's not like, oh yeah, like let me see you with a scar. Like, but no, no, I was just like, oh, like he's cute. He's super cute. Oh my goodness. But him and Jason Momoa, like let me just get that muscles. So anyway, I went to the village and then I had got me some really nice delicatessens. So they were like this really nice, cute confectionery store. Got me some really pretty chocolates and ganaches. Some with alcohol, of course, but like light stuff. Just like the little lavender with a little bit of champagne, kind of like chocolates. I love that. And baby girl, give me a minute, give me a minute. So I got me some of that. Then I had also got me, what else did I get? Oh, and then I just went out into the park, which is really nice. And I saw like some historic moments, which is very supportive of like my endeavors of what I'm gonna do with just like pushing on and not looking back. But in order for me to, you have to know where you came from in order to move forward. And I'm just putting out the content that I need to on my site, but I'm not in a moment where like my feelings are in the past. Like I'm looking forward. In fact, I don't mean to jump around, but if there are any tarot readers who happen to be or motivational speakers who have happened to be isolated in prison and then released, I'd like to know your stories because let me just say, that's what I feel like right now. I feel like an isolated prisoner because basically that was the aim. And I don't need a story from somebody who was incarcerated and didn't have and had like support, who had, like their family to still talk to, their mom to bring, the parents and this, that, here, and the third. Because there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect, and I know that people are going to get fucking cocky and talk like, as if they'll be the first ones to talk and act like, oh, like you should just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. So I'm like, come on now, like you had help. Like there's a freaking disconnect. I don't need to talk to you. I'd rather talk to somebody who's been isolated, somebody who can share some of the pain, because it won't be a like-minded. I don't want to be a like-minded victim group. I want to be able to get resources and know exactly like where your mind was and how did you cope with certain type of issues when it comes to, I don't know, being abandoned, being betrayed, being, put into your isolation. People fucking with you, fucking with your food, fucking with your life, fucking with your possessions. People just trying to hold you back while you literally are trying to like get your ambitions. Like this literally has felt like a heavily controlled situation, and I'm just looking for resources as I'm continuing to go for it. So as I'm going for it, like I'm looking into. I just wanted to take a break because I just got finished class. I was saying with my summer course, and we done. We done. Oh my goodness, thank goodness. I need to take a break. I'm not about to, I'm not I'm not going crazy where I'm just gonna take like, okay, 2 week break. Woo. And then like bam, go back into school. Yeah, no, fuck that. I'd rather I want to register for class late. So maybe like late September or early October if they have any classes like that, any fall classes. So want to do that. And again, just go out there and more in nature. Speaking of which, I have visited a place in nature that just, I was just like, no, it looks creepy over here. Like this isn't me. It tied me to like an old place. I mean, an old place in my life anyway. And I was just like, no, this isn't me anymore. And it's like no disrespect to the memories because the memories were, there were nice, but it's just like you kind of grow up from those kind of things and those kind of behaviors. So, all right, I think that's it. Except that, as again, I'm also going to be minimizing my sweets and breads. Wish me luck. Oh my goodness, Jesus, I need some help with that because I love me some bread. I love me some bread and cheese. Love me some bread, cheese, and meat. Yeah, and sweets. So I'm minimizing it. I'm not gonna give it up. Okay, I'm not psycho. That's when you know that I'm in trouble. In fact, probably I might just use that as like one of my code words. I'm like, guys, I'm okay. Totally off sweets. No, no sweets for me. I'm just, I'm totally fine. My mind's in a good place. No donuts, no coffee. Like, yeah, no, that means help. Okay, that means help. All right. Hold on, I got some of my cat's hair on me. Um, yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. Also, people who have been playing on my phone, I do not appreciate that. So, some of the tarot readers were telling me, "Oh, like expect a call, good news, and stuff like that." I've been getting calls, but from people playing on my phone. So I've been making, if you, flowers. If you guys have any issues, the reason why I'm sharing this because I have a solution. I'm not going to just share with you my problem. I'm going to tell you the solution to it. So if you have people constantly calling you and you don't recognize that number, put your phone on do not disturb. I know sometimes if you have like appointments or something like that, put your phone on do not disturb, and then you have your voicemail set to just like, hi, blah, 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 blah. Please leave a message. And if they just don't call back, then you can text them or you can just like look it up. Just maybe just do it temporarily. But yeah, it's just giving me the peace of mind because I don't like people just playing on my phone. It made me This is actually how I found out about who's an ally and who's an antagonist because I was just like, you know what? What other messages can I get from the universe with the tarot? So I was looking up, the astro stuff, and I just mm, people's activities and true intentions are a funny, 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 funny thing. So interesting. All right, again, I gotta go. It's 10:10, so whoop whoop represent. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So yeah, I'm gonna go. And I hope that you guys have a really good day, passives and flowers. And I will see you later. All right, bye.